And with Brett Kavanaugh as the new Supreme Court nominee, many Democrats are digging into his past and trying to predict his future. Here's more.
Democrats are positioning themselves to do everything they can to block President Trump's latest nomination to the Supreme Court. As soon as Brett Kavanaugh was nominated to the bench on Monday, Democrats were using the special counsel investigation to block his confirmation.
She picked the one guy who has specifically written that a president, in fact, should not be the subject of a criminal investigation, which the president is right now.
Kavanaugh is a judge for the Federal Court of Appeals in Washington, D.C. In a 2009 Minnesota Law Review article, he tackled the very issue, saying, quote, "It's vital the president be able to focus on his never-ending tasks with as few distractions as possible."
He's even argued that sitting presidents shouldn't face criminal investigation.
While Democrat lawmakers use Kavanaugh's article to discredit his ability to take a position on the nation's highest court, they rarely tackle his alternative. Kavanaugh writes, "Congress might consider a law exempting a president while in office from criminal prosecution and investigation, including questioning by criminal prosecutors."
We would not recommend an interview for the president unless they can satisfy us that there's some basis for this investigation.
The narrative delivered by Democrats paints a picture that Kavanaugh would give the president unrestricted power to end an investigation. However, his article states Congress is the one with the authority and says if the president does something dastardly, another congressional remedy exists: impeachment. Many legal scholars argue Democrats' concerns are misplaced and say Kavanaugh's Law Review article doesn't suggest what pundits are saying.
There's not a lot of case law in this area, but what exists favors Mueller, not Trump, in this fight. Presidents have been compelled to appear.
President Nixon fought a subpoena for the production of his Watergate tapes and ultimately lost the fight in the Supreme Court. President Clinton fought a subpoena in the Lewinsky investigation, but eventually agreed to appear before a grand jury.
It depends upon what the meaning of the word is.
Yes.
If anyone knows what the legal precedent is, it's Brett Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh joined independent counsel Kenneth Starr's team in investigating President Clinton and co-wrote the report used as the basis for Clinton's impeachment. However, he later wrote the criminal investigations into President Clinton were bad for the country, a stance he took well before President Trump was elected.
And a judge must interpret the Constitution as written, informed by history and tradition and precedent.
With a Republican majority in the Senate and the possibility of a filibuster eliminated, Americans will likely have to see if history repeats itself or changes course once Kavanaugh is sitting on the nation's highest court. Alex Salvi, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.